Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Blissful Living Podcast. It's Rochel Marie Lawson, the Queen of Feeling Fabulous. So nice to be with you here today. I have a guest in store for you. And as you know, if you love what we share on this show, then it's a perfect opportunity for you to now subscribe to the show so you get advanced notification of the show. And please share the show with everyone you love and care about, because the information that is shared on the show by the guest is invaluable information. So, and also, I want to say, as you know, I like to take this moment to get you ready, right? Get you ready. So, find a place to sit, grab your favorite pen or pencil and something to write with. Get your favorite beverage. I'm happen to be drinking a smoothie today, green smoothie. And tell your family to give you a few moments so you can engage and really embrace the information that's going to be shared on the show today. And if you're driving, of course, you can always listen to the show later. And again, I can't hesitate or emphasize enough that it's important that you share this show, because the information that is disseminated on this show is game-changing information that you can utilize in your life immediately. Now, while you're getting your setup prepped and ready, I am going to take care of some business. I want to thank our first sponsor, Blissful Living, for you at Blissful Living, the number 4, the letter U.com. They have some amazing things going on, and they have an event coming up. So if you're interested in really building, sustaining, and expanding your business empire, you want to check them out. If you're interested in learning more how you can be successful with detoxification, you want to check them out. And if you really just want to elevate your wellness, wisdom, and wealth, you want to check out Blissful Living at Blissful Living, the number 4, the letter U.com. Next sponsor I want to thank is, I can't talk today. The next sponsor I want to thank is a premier telecommunications installation company located in the heart of Silicon Valley, San Jose, California. It's women-owned, minority-owned, and it is a top 50 women-owned business in Silicon Valley. And what they do is they install voice data fiber optic cabling, and this is that fabulous company, All Day Cable Inc. Now, All Day Cable Inc. is your premier network distribution company, meaning they will set up your voice data, fiber, wireless access points, routers, modem, security, cameras, speaker, audio, whatever it is you need, so that when you make that connection with your customer, when you make that connection with your customer, you make that connection right the first time. And they service small, large, and medium-sized companies, so there's something fit for everyone. If you're interested or you need a premier telecommunication installation company that comes within budget and 100% of the time on-time project delivery, then you want to check out All Day Cable Inc. at alldaycableinc.com. All right, so you've had some time to find your place, get yourself situated, embrace the information of subscribing and the reason why, so you get advanced notification, get the link ready to share with all your peeps so they can embrace this information, because my guest today is Mayim Vega, and Mayim is going to share with us a little bit about how she went from a NASA scientist to a holistic healer, and why it's important for you to pay attention to this words of wisdom that she's going to share. So, Mayim, welcome to the show. How are you?
Hello, Shalom. Thank you so much for having me.
It's a pleasure to have you. It's always nice to have people that can share with the viewers and the listeners words of wisdom about holistic health. You know, we are so in tune into the Western way of medicine, but not a lot of people, let me rephrase that, more people are embracing holistic health, but not a lot of people are quite clear on what it is. And so I love your opening with how you went from being a NASA scientist to a holistic healer. Can you tell us a little bit about how that came about?
I was a computer scientist at the NASA Ames Research Center at NASA in Moffett Field,
Oh,
California. Do you live near there?
I graduated from Mountain View High School.
Oh yes, it was right. It was right next. Yeah,
I actually live right across the freeway from the Bay, from that whole Moffett Field. So right across 101. I'm digressing, but it brings me to Fish
exactly.
Farm.
The Bay Area. Yeah. Are you still in
Yeah.
California?
No,
Okay.
no,
Yeah, me
not,
neither.
not all the time, but go ahead, girl.
Okay.
Tell us your story.
I'm in Texas now, but anyways, so I was doing that, and then I had my first child after I got married, and um, not before. Okay, I'm just kidding. And then I just wanted to. So I, after I took maternity leave, and I put him in a daycare, which is right next to my offices at NASA. It was really nice, so I could like breastfeed, and then sorry, I could go over there and breastfeed him, or pump and then drop off the milk. It's very convenient, but it felt very unnatural, so I decided to be a stay-at-home mom, and build a business, become an entrepreneur. And I started a digital marketing business, mostly for high-tech companies, like cybersecurity and IT and networking and different things like that. But as I was trying to build my business, I started getting these massive migraines. And before that time, I had never even experienced a headache before. And I was taking the Tylenol and, the normal things, and they worked at first, but eventually they just stopped working. So I went to the emergency room because I thought I was going to die. And the doctor thought I had a brain tumor. And then she ran a bunch of tests on me, and she's like, okay, well, you don't have a brain tumor. We couldn't find anything wrong with you. You just have a bad headache. And she's like, here's some strong painkillers. Bye. Basically. I was like, what? That's crazy. Like, I just gave you thousands of dollars, and you paid, hundreds of thousands of dollars for your education, for the hospital, for all this equipment that you used on me. And you can't find anything wrong with me. Like, that wasn't the only thing that wasn't the only bad experience that I had with the modern medical system, but that was the last and final straw. And I tried to go that route, but they had nothing for me. So that's when I started studying nutrition and herbalism and holistic health. And in 2009, I started Arukah.com and coaching people, very similar to what you do. So I'm glad to have met you, and we're healers, right? Is what we do. It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and people come to us, I'm sure you as well, when they realize that the modern medical system only has temporary like band-aids, and like I see your programs, you're helping people with some root cause things, and it's a holistic approach, mind, body, spirit. That's what holistic healers do. And
It's so okay. So it's so funny. Uh, Girls from the Silicon Valley, girls from the Bay, as I like to say. So I was an electrical engineer. I am an electrical engineer, but I couldn't get hired in Silicon Valley in the late 80s as an electrical engineer because I was wrong gender. So I'm not sure who you are, but wrong gender. That was a dominated male field by Asian
males,
Indian and Asian males, which,
yeah.
And so I was ahead of my time, I guess. So I went back to school, became a registered nurse, specialized in emergency room trauma, working in various healthcare organizations.
You got 2 degrees?
Oh, honey, I have 5.
Oh my goodness.
But when I became a registered nurse, and my background is emergency room trauma nurse, and flight nursing, that's when things began to kick for me. And I had already been practicing holistic health and well-being for quite a long time before that. So it just was like I want to say the precipice of that moment right before that orgasm, that it was like this enlightening moment that what I've been doing for years and not really knowing the science behind it. Now I had the Western medicine science behind it. And so I'm basically what I'm saying, I'm holistic and I'm like you. And so I know
with this scientific, background, engineering, computer science.
And being in Silicon Valley, Mountain View. I mean, come
Yeah.
on.
So
Right?
many
I
similarities.
literally would look across the freeway and see all of Moffett Field from Lockheed Martin all the way to the base. And
Yep.
so, as a kid, and so it's just kind of funny how the divine brings us together. But that's enough about me. It's just I wanted to bring that synergy because I
Yeah.
think people don't always understand. I've had patients that came in like you and left with a bunch of prescriptions,
Hmm.
but really no definitive diagnosis as to why they were there for what they were presenting with, right? So I know, and I'm a firm believer that holistic health and well-being is the way to go. Yes, you can use Western medicine when it's necessary, and of course, Western medicine has
Has its
has
place.
it does, but it won't save your life, and it's not there to make you better because there's no cure. There's no money in the
Yeah.
cure. So I want to just so I just want to get back to you. So now, what exactly do you do when it comes to your holistic healing for people that come to you?
Well, my main offering right now, the main service that I provide, which I believe brings the most transformation to people, is through my certification program. So it's a certification program that teaches, number one, naturopathic herbalism, number two, holistic life coaching, because I believe that's how I help people with the mind spirit, with the mind soul, right? It's
Mhm.
through life coaching, and also online business and marketing, because as you probably know, holistic healers, there's not a lot of jobs out there for holistic healers, but that doesn't mean that our profession is not profitable. It's very
Right.
profitable because there's a great need for it, because there's so many people waking up, you know. So through the certification program, I empower people to learn how to become holistic healers, and it's a combination of knowledge, and also coaching, which means support, because there's a ton of books out there, but how do you know which ones to read? And even after you read the book, will you really have the confidence to go through with these things, especially in those times of crisis in your life, medical crisis, health crisis, without someone there to support you and help you? It's very hard to do it alone. So I was very
Right.
fortunate to have a lot of, health coaches. They didn't necessarily have the title health coach, but they were my teachers, my mentors, and I think that's a very important part of being on this holistic health and healing journey, is to have someone to help you through that. So yeah, I believe that's the best way that I help people, and I offer a lot of free content on YouTube, just like what you do, and
Mhm.
helping people. And when we do these things, we're helping people for free, right? And so
Right.
I have people that come to me, they become my students in my certification program because I have already helped them. They'll say, "Oh, you helped me heal my daughter. You helped, whatever it is. You helped me with this. So I want more. I want not just this one little thing, but I want to learn how to live my whole life in confidence, with the knowledge to be able to do this, because I'm Jewish, and there's a Jewish saying that says that God, with every disease that God brings everything, good or bad, in our lives. God brings it all. But with every bad thing in our life, every disease, he also brings the cure. The cure is out there. And the Bible says, for lack of knowledge, my people perish. And that's why health coaches and healers like you and me, through our programs, you sell programs, right? I have a program for my people, and it has to do, we have to educate people, because they need knowledge. They don't need a pill. They don't even need, sometimes people come to me, they're like, "Oh, what herb can I take for this and this and that?" And I'm like, "No, that's not how it works. I can't just give you one herb, because I don't know what you're eating. I don't know what the
Right.
stresses are in your life. I don't know if you have any toxic relationships, all these things." For truly holistic health and healing, they need a health coaching program like the ones that you sell, and the
So let
and
me ask you this. So let's educate the listeners when it comes to holistic health and well-being. What are the areas within the realm of the human, so to speak, that you conquer or that you work with your clients to get through? What are the specific areas of focus?
I don't have a specific like so I'm coming out with a new program, but it's not launched yet, so I'm not going to talk about that. But it's more the modalities that I teach, naturopathic herbalism and holistic life coaching. I don't focus on one specific health issue. And so people come to me with a lot of different issues. I would say, though, one of the biggest things that people come to me for is because of dental health. Because one of the most popular interviews that I've had is where I talk about how I was able to regrow my cavities. So that, I used to go to the dentist, and every single time I went to the dentist, I would have a cavity that needed to be filled in, until I discovered, the things that I learned, some powerful herbal formulas and what kind of diet is proper. And I didn't go to the dentist for like 10, 11 years. And when I finally went back, I went to a biological dentist. It was a holistic dentist.
Mm-hmm.
He told me that I told him about one of my herbal formulas that I was taking to remineralize my teeth. And he said, yeah, I can see the layer of remineralization that happened through that tea. And I didn't have any cavities after 10 or 11 years, even though I used to get cavities every single time I went to the dentist. They used to say it. So because of that, I feel like that is one of the things that I'm kind of more popular for.
So let me ask you, so if someone is watching us or listening to us and you've piqued their curiosity about holistic health, when they, I want to say, schedule a chat with you, what do you go through? Do you do an intake? How do you decipher what you're going to work on holistically with the individual that's presenting to you?
Oh yes, definitely. I definitely have a form that they fill out and ask them all kinds of questions about their what do they eat, what do they take, what are their health issues, what medicines they're on, and also questions about their life, what their personality is like, how much sunshine do they get? Do they live near a cell phone tower? Just it's all over the place, the questions, because, and then after that, there is a specific coaching program that I put them through, but then I also give them customized nutrition and herbs and vitamins for their specific health issue.
So is your coaching program the same for everyone, covering, herbs, vitamins, foods that they should eat or things of that nature? Or does it differ with each individual's unique presentation to you?
The nutrition and the herbs and the vitamins will definitely be tailored to their specific needs, because some people, I teach them more about the carnivore diet or getting more protein, but some people, I teach them about plant-based raw food juicing. It depends, really. It has to depend on what their body needs. But there are some common things that everybody, I tell everyone to do, like get enough sunshine, get good, clean, purified water, not tap water, different things that everyone should have and do. So there's a little bit of both.
So do you do an intake? Like, say I'm coming to you and I really don't, I heard you here and I really don't know much. I'm like, hey, Mayim, I'm, Rochel Marie, and I'm presenting with headaches or something like that. Do you have an intake form that you utilize and say, hey, you know what, you may be presenting with headaches, but based on the information from the intake that I've done with you, it could be this. I guess I'm just trying to give the listeners and viewers a bird's eye view of how you like decide when somebody comes to you, what you suggest to them, or is your program pretty much the same for everyone, and you guide them through it? I guess that's what I'm asking.
Yeah, so there is a little bit of both, and there are parts that I want everyone to know. But then there are also things where it's like, so let's take the headache, for example. The questions would be, what are you eating, right? How are you sleeping? What kind of medications are you taking? And so let's say, for example, they're taking certain medications. Well, I'll look up the symptoms or the side effects actually for all those medications. And some of them might say headaches, for example. If I look at their cell phone use and the way they use their cell phone, and it could be one of the causes of the headache. So different things like that. Um,
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I mean, that's cool. I think people need to become aware of like some of this technology and stuff that we utilize today, even though it does make things a lot faster, maybe
yeah,
efficient, it does have detriments to our health and well-being. And I don't think people take that into account all the time. I just wanted to make sure we gave the viewers and the listeners a clear understanding of like if they decide to like connect with you after the show, what they can expect with regards to your assessment of where they are at this moment in time with their health and well-being. Now, I do want to ask you this question. Um, with regards to the modality, is there a specific modality that you practice? Or, like mine is Ayurveda. I have an advanced degree in Ayurveda. Is there a specific modality that you practice, or you just encompass the holistic essence of information out there that's available and incorporated into the programs that work for your clients?
I do. Yes, I do have specific modalities. I call it naturopathic herbalism. It is a combination of different things. And so when it comes to diet, it will depend on the person's needs. But I personally believe in, I don't know if you've heard of Dr. Weston A. Price. He was a dentist. He was a holistic dentist. He traveled all around the world studying different native tribes, and he found that they had perfect teeth, no cavities, no health issues. And when the women reach the age where in America and the Western world they should have hit menopause, they're still giving birth. They're still fertile at a much later age. And so I lean more towards his recommendations or his teachings and his research when it comes to diet. When it comes to herbal remedies, um, my students do study a little bit of Ayurveda and a little bit of traditional Chinese medicine, but my
Mhm.
biggest influence is from the School of Natural Healing with Master Herbalist John R. Christopher, and he is basically a Western herbalist. So most of the herbs that he recommended can be found in America. And when it comes to, and I don't only focus on that, but that's just a big part of it. So I couldn't call it Ayurveda, I couldn't call it traditional Chinese medicine. I would call it Western herbalism, really. And
Okay.
then there's also the other part of it is orthomolecular nutrition or megadose vitamin therapy. And that is based on the teachings of Dr. Andrew Saul, PhD. He's not a medical doctor, but a scientist. And his teachings are based on the two-time Nobel Prize winner, Dr. Linus Pauling. They're both passed away now, but Dr. Linus Pauling was basically one of the pioneers of megadose vitamin therapy. And the reason why I like orthomolecular nutrition or megadose vitamin therapy is because herbs sometimes they're expensive and sometimes they can't be found everywhere. Like Western American herbs, they might not be available in Asia or Canada or, only maybe United States. I don't know. It depends. But vitamins are worldwide now. They're also very inexpensive, etc. So I believe that, it's helpful to have that as well. Love it.
Great. Now, is there a source that you utilize for your vitamins? I mean, a specific source. There's thousands of vitamin companies out there, and we know all of them ain't good, right? Is there a specific source that you utilize, or kind of guide your clients to when it comes to enhancing their well-being with vitamins?
Yeah, there's a few again also. I like ASEA Redox. That's kind of like an all-purpose supplement. That's really good. For herbs, so the way I do it, I buy each herb in bulk and then mix it together. I don't really like to buy prepackaged herbal formulas because it's more expensive, and especially the amounts that you have to take. It's usually something that you have to take every day, or every other day or something like that, to really find healing. So the most cost-effective way is to buy it in bulk. So for bulk herbs, I like to go to pacificbotanicals.com or mountainroseherbs.com. And if those two sources, yeah, we know, herbalists know. But if you can't find an herb in one of those two sources, then I'll go to amazon.com as a last resort. They don't have as high quality or as good of prices, but if you need something quickly, Amazon is good. And then in terms of other supplement brands, one of my mentors in nutrition and business is Dr. Josh Axe of draxe.com, and him and Jordan Rubin, which is another one of my mentors. They have a vitamin supplement line. Oh, a vitamin supplement line called Ancient Nutrition, and that's a really great one especially for probiotics, collagen, bone broth. I like their line for that. And then I also like Blue Bonnet Nutrition for their formulas, and I think it's called Lifestyle Health Extension. I don't know. It's like blue bottles, Lifestyle something. I forgot the
Oh,
full name.
yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
So I have actually take those vitamins and supplements as well. Very interesting. I love sharing this wisdom and information about people, and letting them know that there are other sources and ways that we can all be healthy and well. And so oftentimes we see people that are looking for that quick fix, right? They want that pain medication to take care of the pain. Well, how about if you get rid of the root cause of the pain? You don't need the pain medication, which is highly addictive, right? So,
and the side effects.
Oh my God, girl, that's a whole nother 2, 3, 4, 5 shows. But I will say that there is a place and time for, of course, Western medicine for sure, and the medications that are utilized in the treatment of Western medicine illnesses. However, Western
Emergency
medicine,
situations, especially.
yeah, there's nothing. The whole didactic is to keep you going, but it's not to cure you of anything. And that's when people need to reach out to the other sources. Take a look at these people and these tribes and this ancient wisdom that has been around forever. And you kind of wonder, like, well, why are women in their 60s in these indigenous tribes still fertile? And we not,
Exactly. Yeah.
What's the difference here? Why are their teeth so beautiful and ours get crappy by the time the age of 8, when we start getting from our baby teeth to our, big teeth, I mean, it's just all that kind of stuff. And so I think there's more information and guidance beyond what is fed to us on a 24/7 basis with regards to Western medicine. And so I invite anybody watching and opening up to learning more about this wisdom to connect with you. Now, how can they do that? How can they connect with you and find out more about what you have to offer with regards to transformation holistically for their health and well-being?
Yeah, basically my main website is arukah.com, arukah.com. And I have a free 8 steps to become a holistic healer series there. And if they sign up for that, they will get emails from me. They can reply to that email, and we can just start conversations from there. And if any of your audience does do that, please, there's a part where it says who were you referred by or something like that. Please say that you came from Blissful Living for you, because I will have a special discount only for your listeners. Okay.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you. It's been like such a wonder. I love talking to holistic people, holistic healers, and particularly those that have profound experiences with it and completely understand the wisdom of holistic medicine. It's not that quick fix, but it's that deep down, dirty, getting to the bottom of the pit and scrubbing out that crap that will fix you, but it just takes time. And so I love when people come on the show and share wisdom about this, because I think we need to get more of this information out to the public. It really, really is a beautiful, beautiful experience. And so to all of you watching and listening, one of the reasons you should subscribe to the show and share the show with everyone you love and care about, because you never know who's going to pop in to the Blissful Living Podcast and share some words of wisdom, nuggets of gold with you that will completely transform your life, your wellness, your wisdom, and everything that encompasses you having a beautiful life here on the planet. And I just want to let you know that Mayim's information will be in the show notes. So if you subscribe to the show, guess what? You'll get that information. And if you don't subscribe to the show, it's a good time to subscribe to the show so you can get that information about Mayim and the beautiful discount that she's going to offer you when you reach out to her and connect with her with regards to her holistic healing services. Well, it is our time. And so this is Rochel Marie Lawson, the Queen of Feeling Fabulous, my fabulous guest, Mayim Vega. And I want to thank all of you for watching, listening. Feel free to download the show, replay it over and over so you can embrace the words of wisdom that you may have not been able to capture. And I want to thank our sponsors, Blissful Living for You at Blissful Living, the number 4, the letter U.com. I almost forgot what I was saying. And I want to thank All Day Cable Incorporated at alldaycableinc.com. Until next time, everyone, I am wishing you peace to your body. Peace to your mind, wellness to your body, and tranquility to your spirit. And hey, you can have peace to your body too, because it all starts right here in effervescence, all up and throughout you. So until next time, everyone, be healthy, be wealthy, and be wise. And goodbye for now. Thank you, Mayim.